Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to review the layout of an irrigation system. The first item that we are going to move to is the water meter. The water meter is where your water purveyor system ends and your system begins. The water meter measures the water that you use for your house or irrigation system, which your water purveyor then bills you for. From your water meter, the pipe that exits the water meter and goes to your house is called the service line. On the service line, there is a T, which we would call a POC or point of connection for your irrigation system. That is where your irrigation system begins. From that point of connection, we move to an isolation valve. This is typically a gate valve or ball valve, which allows you to shut off the water to your irrigation system to provide maintenance. The next item in this picture is a dedicated backflow prevention device. This dedicated backflow prevention device is not usual for a residential homeowner system in California, but is common in light commercial and commercial scenarios. The backflow prevention device is utilized to prevent contaminated irrigation water flowing backwards through your system and contaminating either your home or the water purveyor's water supply. The next item when we move from the backflow preventer is a pressure regulator. A pressure regulator is only needed if your system has high pressure. This reduces the pressure on your system to ensure that your irrigation system is working at peak performance. The next item here, we have transitioned onto a PVC pipe, which is called the main line. And on newer systems, we have this item called a master valve. The master valve is what then pressurizes or depressurizes the water on your main line, which then services your valve. Typically, after the master valve is a flow sensor. That flow sensor allows the controller to then read the flow on your system. And if a high flow is noted, it will alert your system that there is a break and provide the user with a notification to go check it and a possible repair is needed. We then move down the main line to our first valve, which is called an automatic control valve, or you'll also hear it as a remote control valve, which is often shortened to an RCV. RCV is electrically actuated from the controller and will turn on and off and allow water to then operate for that single zone. The pipe downstream of the valve is called the lateral line, which then services, in this case, a rotor. Next, we will move to the next RCV. We move down the lateral line, and now we have a spray head. And from there, we will move to our third and final valve, which, as you can see, is a little different. We have the RCV, but we also have, this is a drip filter and a pressure regulator. And these two pieces of equipment are needed for drip irrigation. All this equipment is then controlled from the irrigation controller, which is often found on the outside of your house or in your garage. This control system sends out low voltage power to the valves to turn on and off the stations as needed. New smart controllers use sensors, as we talked about earlier, flow sensing, or can utilize weather stations to then increase the run times when it is hot or decrease the run times when it is cool, or when it rains, it will shut off your system for you. This has been an overview of a standard irrigation system.